The most challenging role, well, this is certainly one of them. You know, in ways, you know, there are other things that come. I would say, you know, Requiem chapter 27 of this, by far. You know, I mean, the hardest thing on Panic Room was putting the fucking braids in my head, you know. If I tell you a story about that, though, is those braids, you know, it's funny, because this woman named Candy did my braids down in, like, South of Brea. She was awesome. And she would, like, literally just watch TV while she was doing my braids, and she'd get them done pretty so quick. But when you first get them done, they're really painful. Like, if you've never had braids, they're pretty painful. I'd let a couple people know that. I was all right. You get a headache when you're sleeping at night. I know some of you ladies may have felt that before. But the stunt guy had to get his braids done. So he looked like me to get his hair braided. And he showed up on set. And Candy came down. And she was there, did his hair up, and he was crying. He had tears coming down his face. I was looking over there, yeah, you tough, man. Anyway, that was funny. But I think probably those three films were the most challenging.
When you talk about braids, that just brought up something to me. Makeup and hair on this picture is also nominated for an Academy Award.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
I want to talk about how they...
Because a lot of people don't understand, like, you know, you look skinny in one scene or skinnier, you look sick, you look well. And I think especially with Ron, too, you know, we had cancer sores all over my body. And, you know, the makeup was hours and hours. There was one day throughout the course of the day I did 8 hours of makeup, and they worked with no money.
That they had like a $250 budget.
It was ridiculous. They got the least amount of sleep out of everyone. They have to be there first and then be there last. Really unsung heroes, but makeup, hair, and wardrobe did such a fantastic job on this, and everyone felt very protective and very invested in Rayon. If I could just be Rayon, it was so nice because everyone was so sweet to me.
Well, you look good, Jared.
Thanks.
I mean, you look good.
All hands always came out if I was, you know, walking down the steps or something. Open the door for me. Right this way, Rayon.
My favorite scene in the movie, though, bar none, was the supermarket scene where he runs into the guy, you know, and then you see how he reacts to protect you.
Oh, yeah.
And your reaction there, just that silent reaction, essence of screen acting. You could see it all in your eyes, your immediate respect for Ron.
Awesome. Yeah. I remember that day, and I remember not feeling great about the scene, which is a good lesson to share with actors. Is you don't know what you're talking about, and you may never really know. You may think you're great and then see and you're not, and think you're terrible and see and you're great. But I remember having a tough time that day, and it was fairly early on, and we were playing because the scene was written. It's a little over the top, but you also want to show her alive and fun and colorful. But it was a fine line, and I remember being nervous about that scene. But many people have talked about the scene. So I'm glad that I was wrong, and it worked.
It really works. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, right there. Yes.